So I just want to share a little bit of what has been my journey in the last 8 years and see if through there maybe some can learn and some of us can grow too, okay? So I want to talk about what if we get inspired again. And I think for us to get inspired again, sometimes we have to remember where we come from. So this is where I come from. I was born and raised in Colombia. Thanks for the Colombians in the house. And this is my father. My father was a surgeon, a board-certified surgeon and a professor. And my mother was a loving and supporting wife and a great mom. I mean, the Naranjo Heart can be making fun of my picture there, but yes, that was me. I knew it. You see, they were all taking that picture. And so in 2000, the political issues arise in Colombia, and we ended up here. We were forced to leave to move to the States. At that time, the only one that had to stay there was my mom. So it was a new beginning for all of us, right? As working immigrants, and maybe some of you are not, but we have to work in whatever comes up, okay? I worked supermarkets, we did babysitting, we did all the stuff that people had to do in order to get ahead. But we knew we were a hardworking family, we knew we were dedicated, we knew we had work ethic, so we knew something good was gonna happen no matter what in the country of opportunities. During our first couple years here, my father passed away, my mom remained in Colombia, but I was still super positive that things were gonna work out for me. I knew that. And so all I needed was like the right opportunity, right? Since seriously, entrepreneurship and wealth mindset was never in my mind. Those words never were spoken to me. I never thought I could be an entrepreneur, and I never thought I could be wealthy ever. So I did the only thing that I was trained to do, and that was go to school. Okay, so I did my bachelor's in nursing, master's in nursing degree, and all that sounded pretty, and then I remember 2015 came. So I had been already 15 years almost in the country, and all of a sudden I found myself, right, already being a nurse practitioner for 3 years. I was $120,000 in student debt. I couldn't pay my bills, I didn't have any retirement, I didn't have any savings, and I was thinking, what the heck went wrong? I mean, I did what I thought I was supposed to do, and I didn't know, like, what am I supposed to do now? So I was thinking and thinking. I remember for months thinking, I gotta do something. And so that's when I started. It started exactly 8 years ago in the business, and my first biggest influence was Miguel, and he still is. Besides being a big dreamer, he always taught me about no days off. He showed me work ethic, and he still does. He gave us the jar, which some of you guys have learned of it, and that was a great system for me to get started. Then came Willie and Lorena. I mean, you guys know, Willie and Lorena, extreme work ethic. They're some of the greatest people I know. They have integrity, licenses. They're humble as anything. They're the most humble people. Lorena, it's one of those unique, great, amazing women in every sense of the word. She's a businesswoman. She's always talking about business, but she's always focused on family, spirituality. The whole package. Willie was really lucky. He really was a closer, I must say, right? Then came Omar and Danielle. Then even though I'm like 5th generation from Omar, I think if I'm right, I don't know where Omar is, but I think I'm like 5th generation. He still took the time to coach me and teach me, and he taught me a lot of things. He taught me about, wealth, save your money, learn the numbers, and all the other leaders that had given me coach, friendship, love, Jim and Mary Cocker, which have been, great loving with me, Cher Bartlett, Francis Everett, Bobby and Red Wilson, Bill Arender, and some of those people. And so the journey began. I did it all the things I talked about. The hard work, yeah, I did the hard work, and we still have to do the hard work. There are no days off, I don't think what level we are, we still have to work and have no days off. The work ethic, being humble, save your money, learn the business, dream big, stay close together to the coaches, all the things that we have heard is the things I did for just one and only one thing. And this is what I heard from Francis Everett that made me think so much about our business. She said, build it big, build it fast, and build it to last. And that was the only reason why I focused for the last 8 years to do it, was for me to build a big and solid business through licenses, which is the only way that I know how to make a sustainable business. That is the only way that I've seen. So this is kind of what it looks like, okay? So let's show the next slide. The first 100 licenses that I had was what helped me go RVP. So, and they talked today about 10 by 10 RVP, and I'm not saying it's great or not, but we don't go 10 by 10. We don't learn the business when we do a 10 by 10. I find it, anyone can do a 10 by 10 in a week, a day, you know? So 100 licenses what helped me go first RVP. And then I went RVP, and my first 150 licenses, which was the first year, helped me promote my first RVP. So, right? So I was growing the right way. Then I got to 360 licenses, and this is when I hit ownership. And I was pregnant, you know, and I was pregnant. And so I took there, and then the journey continued, and I did 450 licenses and came the second RVP, 500 licenses, third RVP, 561 licenses, fourth RVP, 748 licenses, the fifth RVP. So, I mean, I always felt like the whole idea of the business, or what I understood, was for us to be solid and then teach other people how to be solid and how to them have a solid business. Well, if they don't have what then we're talking distribution, if they don't have licenses, how can they have solid businesses? And if you see, the only reason why, I mean, I want to promote more RVPs, and I have been doing 100 by 100 for a long time, but we just have to grow more licenses in order to get there. So what do the licenses represent when we talked about income, okay? This has been my journey, per se, years versus income. My first year, when I was not yet an RVP, I made $43,000. I had, 83 licenses. Then I went RVP, first year as an RVP, I grew to 220 licenses. I was at 147,000 in income. And if you keep going, if you see, when I was at 500 licenses, I was at $500,000. 800 licenses, I was at 800,000. 1,000 licenses through first, I hit the million. Right now, I'm exactly at 1,200 licenses, and I'm crossing my 1.3 in the next 3 to 4 days before the month is over. So thank you. Thank you. So, gracias, coach. So, there's no secret, Someone said, give me another secret that has no licenses. I don't know another one besides work hard, That's the work hard, have work ethic, and focus on the thing that's really going to help us build a business, which is licenses, right? And the other thing, what I think happened, it's a result of compound effect. So this didn't started just this last year, It didn't start for Miguel this last year. It started 8 years ago. And for 8 years, I've been doing the same thing consistently. So this is my plan to $1 million hierarchy, for whoever wants to go. But that's what happened with me, and I just explained a little bit about that before. But like I was saying, it's more of a compound effect. So it was an everyday thing. For the last 8 years, I have been focused on doing the same things. Now, I don't know, I take some vacation now. But my first vacation outside of Primerica was after $1 million. I never took a vacation before. Now, I'm not saying it's the right thing or the wrong thing. It depends on what your goals and dreams are. Mine, I remember vividly when exactly what they did today on the senior leadership meeting. They showed the slide of $500,000 earners, and Glenn Williams said, your job is halfway done. I felt, that wasn't an insult, no, but I felt that was calling me kind of mediocre. Like, it's not done yet. They're like halfway done. And that bothered me in a great way. I said, it's not done. I can't be traveling, I can't be taking trips. It's halfway done. That's how I felt, right? And the other reason why I feel this happened is because of a philosophy. And this is our philosophy of the Naranjo hierarchy, right? So everything starts with appointments. There's no way to make our business work if we're not in appointments. Right now that I'm running for 2 million, guess what I need to do? I need to make appointments if I want to get there fast, and I want to make sure I get there. With just one purpose, and it's to get it licensed. And that's what Lorena has always focused on. We all have to get a license with a system, which is the JAR. Just follow a system that helps you track what are you doing, whether you are really deserving of success or you're not deserving of success, and be disciplined about it. You can't pretend, I can't pretend to get to 2 million if I work some days yes and some days not. I don't think it's gonna happen. And I don't wanna leave it to luck. So because I don't want to leave it to luck, I'm going to do it, right? And lastly, of course, work ethic. Without work ethic, there's no way anything works, And so let's talk again a little bit about the part of being inspired. And I'm not an emotional person, but I don't know why this senior leadership meeting had me so emotional today. But these are some of the things why I am so inspired. This is my daughter, Sophia, okay? And she had a great Christmas. She was shopping with 2 other millionaires. So on one side is Lucia, which is Miguel's daughter. And on the other side, it's Sammy, which is Carolina Juan Pablo's daughter, which is William Lorena's granddaughter. And so I was looking at that, and I said, I can't believe, I mean, I didn't go to New York until I was like a well-grown up. And she had a whole weekend in New York doing some shopping. And then the next slide was something that for me was amazing. This was her first time in the snow. She had the greatest Christmas in Aspen. And that just, it makes you want to work harder. And then the next slide, and I mean, my mom's going to hate me for showing that picture, but my mom had never seen the snow. My mom is 72. And because of the greatest opportunity and the ability Primerica helped me to build this business, she was able to do snow angels in Aspen this last December, okay? And so I'm leaving things that I never thought I could leave before, right? I mean, it never occurred to me that I would be one day $1 million earner, not even in this company, but anywhere. But living with $1 million is great. But how about living with 2 like Miguel? Almost 3. And how about living with 5 like William and Lorena? And you know, having $1 million saved is great. But what about having 3 or 5 or 100, right? I really feel like our job is not done. How about our team, right? I mean, we know their stories. We know their struggles. We know their dreams. We know their hearts. We know the things they haven't accomplished yet. We know the things they're not able to live yet like we are. You know, this is the team that is here with me today. And these are the 3 couples that are here, you know, Judy and Luis, which is father and mom and son, Claudia Restrepo and Alfonso, and the 3 of them are over 300,000. I know their struggles. I know their dreams. I still have a responsibility with them. And the only way to be responsible with them is to help them grow. And the only way that I can help them grow is by example. It's not by showing them just my lifestyle, it's by example. They still have to see that I'm active. They still have to see that I grow. How about your team, guys? How about your teammates that maybe see you living the lifestyle, but they maybe don't have it yet, right? And so how about Primerica? How about the company that gave me an opportunity to really do something special? To have hopes and dreams again. To not be in more student debt. To have a future, because I can't imagine where my life will be today. Company's not number 1 yet. Company's still asking for more leaders. So we're definitely not done yet. So I'm still inspired. I want to be part of the new era of giants of Primerica. And I think that Naranjo Hierarchy is doing a pretty good job. We have now $4 million earners, two of them new this year. Congratulations to Jorge and Marinez, which are the $1 million earners of our hierarchy. They are so inspiring and so hard workers too, you know? And I know there are a lot more to come. You know, there's a big list of people that are about to come over there. We have Daniela and Lorenzo, we have Juan and Mayita, we have all the $500,000 earners, all the team. There's so many people that are still can get to the million. But I'm still inspired. I want to be the first Virginia Card Award receiver to get to the $2 million. And I will. Okay? I want to be the highest paid woman in the history of the company. Why not? And I want to help the company get to the greatest level and be the number 1 again. Why not? So just to close in my 1 second, I want to ask for one thing from all of you. If you feel that you're at the top of your game, work harder. If you feel like you're great if you feel that you're doing great, well, work harder. If you feel like you're not doing that great, well, work harder. There's still room for growth. I feel we can still get bigger. We can still get better. Let's not just be good, let's just be extraordinary. Thank you so much.